Hi, hello, my name is Greg, and today I want to ask you a simple question. Do I look crazy to you? I hope not. If your answer was anything other than, no, you look like a completely sane, normal, and functioning person in society, then you're either A, lying to me, or B, blind as shit. Because I'll tell you what, I'm one of the most sanest looking dudes ever. As I probably spoiled by the title of this video, I saw a man pee and then disappear. No shit. I'm gonna be honest right off the gate. I kinda lied to you. I myself didn't watch him, pee. I didn't watch him release the snake, but it's obvious that's what he was doing. Now, before I get into the story, I just want to say this for my own, reaffirmation that I'm not fucking crazy. I like to think of myself as a very logical person. Now, at least, when I was 17, common sense was not so common to me. Anyways, now that I'm older, I see things way, I guess, chiller. I don't really jump to conclusions or, jump to an extreme. I look at it and I try to derive my own, logical conclusion. And I think that's what mostly everybody does. They just try to derive, like, what they think of the current situation. For this situation, I genuinely, I don't have a fucking clue. Like, I can't explain it. It was on some, Harry Houdini shit. So for context, I like to go out for walks. It's one of my favorite things to do, and it's a way for me to, not feel trapped, and it's an excuse to honestly get dressed up. That's something I like to do. So I walk. There's this coffee shop near my house, and I like to go to it. But just before getting there, like a block before, there's an entire block of apartments, and they have a lot of greenery, a lot of shrubs and bushes that are tall. A full-grown man could easily disappear behind one of those, at least temporarily. I don't know how to explain this. As I approached, I guess the second half of that block, there's like a intersection. It's a street crossing. I have to cross the street. God damn it. I'm genuinely stressing on how to explain this to you, but it's a street crossing, and right at the corner, there's a dry pond. What's supposed to be a pond for this apartment complex to make it look pretty. So behind this pond, naturally, there are bushes and a big ass tree. And I saw this guy walking out, fumbling with his fucking belt. It's obvious to me that he either A, took a massive dump, or B, took a urgent piss. Immediately I'm like when you gotta go, you gotta go, but pee at your desired location, as long as it's private. When you're done peeing, you fix yourself up and then walk out as if nothing happened. Don't just pee and then fix yourself as you're walking out. I think that's common sense. And again, common sense is something this story fucking lacks. So he walks out and he's holding something in his hand. It's like a hydro flask or some shit. I don't know that, so I keep my distance, right? I can't really see what he has in his hands, but it looks like a hydro flask, so I keep my fucking distance, right? Because I don't know, a guy who's willing to piss in an area so public like that is a guy with nothing to lose. I keep my distance. I'm like 30 seconds behind him. I have a clear view of whatever he might try. He tries to hide behind a tree. I have enough time to look around the tree for my own sake, for my own protection. And 10 seconds after he finishes his piss, I'm still walking behind him, and I'm now past the point where he allegedly took his piss, and he walks behind this bush that is red. It's a very tall red bush with some green leaves on it, and he just walks behind it. And again, I'm far enough behind so that I can see all angles. So if he walks out to the right, I can see him. If he walks out to the left, I can see him. I'm confident that I have, a good view of this man. So fucking tell me why when I walk past, and again, I was like bracing myself for impact, but I make my way behind that bush, right where he walked behind. He isn't there. The motherfucker disappeared. He isn't there. And I'm just stuck there like, I just got Houdini'd, man. So now I'm left with just this question in my head. What the fuck happened? He either A, slipped into the back rooms, B, just shrunk into the size of a fucking ant and lived in the bush. He slipped into his own dimension. I mean, what the fuck? Now that I think about it a little more clearly, he may have just gone into one of the apartments that faced the street that was right next to the bush. But that means that he would have had to like crouch his way into the apartment. Because again, from where I was walking, there's no fucking way he could have done that standing up. Absolutely not. This is my final theory. He may have just like squeezed himself into the bush and was looking at me into the bush. And it's a theory first and foremost because I wasn't looking at the bush itself. I was looking around the bush. Like, was he there? So maybe he was, I don't know, looking at me in the bush with his fucking dick in his hand, ready to piss on me if I blew his cover. And the scariest part, right, is that he wasn't any like slouch. He wasn't like a 5'5", meathead of a man. He was pretty fucking tall, and I didn't see his face, but he had on a red shirt and blue pants, and it was like a red collared shirt. So now before you say, Gray Dixon, this was a dream, fuck you, man. No, it wasn't. It was real. I was there with my own flesh and bones. This fucking guy, I'm telling you, took a piss and disappeared. He Houdini'd my ass. I want to end this video with a couple of updates. First and foremost, sorry I've been gone and inconsistently, very sporadically posting. I have been very busy with life, very busy with just most things, and I there is no excuse, only apologies. So sorry. I now finally have some I guess railing to fit YouTube in my schedule comfortably. And I feel so obnoxious saying that, but it's true. I now have a schedule. So every couple of days, maybe I'll be posting. You can expect a video every one day on, one day off, one day on. It is a maybe, a very small maybe, because I want to commit myself to this again. I miss it, believe it or not. Second update, the reason I have been so busy, I have been writing like a fucking maniac for an upcoming mouthwashing video that I'm gonna make, and a new episode of one of my analog horror series. If you know and are familiar with my analog series, I don't know how to say it in plural, just series. I have 3. I am writing for the newest one. I am someone else's corpse. That is I think the pinnacle of my writing so far. I look like a fucking psycho in here. I'm very excited for where this series is heading and where all the pieces are gonna land, because I know where they're gonna land. Right now I feel like a cheater in a casino. Yeah, that is something to keep your eyes out, looking for if you enjoy that content from me. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what I saw, because like I can't keep it to myself. That is something like you need to tell like your grandkids about. And since I'm not gonna have children, you tell your grandkids if you're gonna have children. Tell them that some random fucking kid on the internet told you that he saw a guy take a piss and disappear. Legendary. I hope you enjoyed listening to my unhinged ramble. Um, yeah. Bye bye.